How many of you remember this example of Bahubali that I used to talk of? See, in that movie, that prince who is in the lower plane, he innately knows that he is the king. And because of that, since his childhood, he wants to climb the mountain and go to the top. Innately, he knows he is the king. From his childhood, he wants to climb the mountain and go to the top. Okay. And he has been trying to make that jump many times. He has been failing and failing. And when he's when in his 20s or something, you know the story, some mask will come tumbling down from the waterfall. He will look at the mask. If you actually look at the mask, that mask has no indication whatsoever as to who it belongs. It is just a dumb mask, wooden mask. Okay. But but because he is in his 20s, he imagines that it belongs to a girl. Okay. It happens to belong to a girl. That's a different matter. Director made it that way. But because he was young, he imagined it belonged to a girl. And then he got excited. That gave him a temporary boost. And because of that, he was able to make that jump. He made the jump and he climbed to the top of the mountain. He succeeds in climbing up. And then he realizes that the mask belongs to a girl. And then he woos her and whatever. And then when the girl asks him, where did you come from? He says, I came from the bottom of the mountain. She says, that's impossible. How did you make it? Why did you make the climb? He says, I made the climb for you, boys. And the girl feels very nice, and there is a song after that. But did he actually make the climb for her? Was he making the climb for her at all? From his childhood, he was trying to climb and climb and climb because he knew innately he was the king. Right? The actual reason was that he subconsciously, so whatever it is, he knew he was the king, and that's why he was climbing. Was he climbing because of the girl from his boyhood? No. But he imagined something there, up there, because he was in his young age and hormones started kicking in. He thought there is a girl, and that gave him a boost. Now, if there he slightly reversed the picture. Because there is something, I will climb. Initially, he just wanted to climb. Yes? He didn't even know why he wanted to climb. He just wanted to climb and go to the top. But because he didn't know, he was not conscious enough as to why he was climbing, then his mind played some games. It gave him a goal. Okay, there must be a girl at the top, climb for that. And because of that, his energy rised and he climbed. Meaning the picture reversed. Goal, the psychological target came, and because of that, energy was drawn. Earlier, he was simply becoming energetic just to climb. Now, in the story, it so happens that then he will come to know that he's actually the king, and then he will become the king. Okay. Then the girl will recede to the background in the story. But if you make a hypothetical story, suppose the story didn't go like that. Suppose he met the girl and he thought, this is it. This is what I climbed for. I got her. Come back. We will go to our house. And she would have got her down into his house, which is in the lower plains. And he would have lived there with her. The story would have ended there. Yes?
Correct.
I'm giving this as an analogy. If you look at small babies, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, you will see that when they're about to sleep, they become hyper. You know why? Because innately, they don't want to miss out on life. They want to remain awake because they know wakefulness is life, not sleep. In sleep, there is no life. It is like that. In children, it's not that they have some great projects and great plans to be executed. They simply want to remain awake. What they will do being awake is secondary to them. They just want to remain awake. Meaning, when we were young, we were driven by aliveness. We were not driven by psychology. Because we were alive, we were doing many things. Slowly, the picture reversed. Presently, what is happening mostly, yesterday I pointed that out, whenever you are thrilled, whenever you are enlivened within you, whenever you get a little energized, excited, it is necessarily because you have made up a target, psychological target to chase. That I have to get here, I have to do something. You have made up a target, and that target is drawing your energy, and that is why you are coming alive. Initially, our aliveness was driving us, and because there was aliveness in us, we were doing many things. And as we grew up gradually, the picture reversed. Psychology came to the forefront, and it started driving your aliveness. Your life kind of became horse, which is being whipped by your thought. When mind becomes the driving force, it means we are no more really a living being. And we started propelling ourselves because of psychological targets. When that happens, I will set a target. It will boost you. There's no doubt. When you set a psychological target, it will make you more excited and energetic. Yes. All these slogans will come. Build confidence, self-belief, and go after it. And all this will come. Yes, psychology will give you a sense of energy. But when you are propelled by psychology, what will happen is you will climb to the mountain, get that girl which you wanted to get, or a boy, whatever it is. I'm just giving the analogy. So you will get that girl, but you will not go for the throne because you yourself don't know why you climbed. As a living being, you just want to go to the peak of aliveness. You want to go to the throne of aliveness. That's all you are seeking. You are a living being. Presently, you feel your aliveness is at lower planes. You want to somehow pitch it up. You want your aliveness levels to go up. And that is what you were doing when you were younger. You are simply coming alive. You are trying to come alive not because there is something at the top, because you innately knew that coming alive by itself is fulfilling, not some goal. Now, because you forgot, because you are not aware of it, because you started making up goals for it, now what will happen is you will go to the top. Now you will imagine some girl, your energies will rise, you will make the climb, but you won't know why you actually made the climb. You will get the girl, come back again down. That is what happens to everybody. This is the mechanism in which mind works. It can never keep your aliveness level up. It will excite you, you will gain it, you will achieve it. 2 days, you will be very excited. Third day, you are back to the same old story. Now you have to imagine another girl at the top and again climb. Now I get that girl, again you will come down. Then you will again look up, again excite yourself. It will excite you, bring you down. It will excite you, bring you down. This is what it will do. There is not much difference between taking substance and taking, by substance I mean simple substance is coffee. But in taking caffeine or taking cocaine, where when you take that, it excites you. But if you take it for a longer period of time, it numbs you. It will numb your nervous system. After that, you may even drink one big mug of coffee and you will sleep nicely, tightly. It will fail to excite you after a point. Because substances will numb. Psychology is not different. Psychological target, that trying to propel ourselves using thought, it will do work for some time. After a time, it will become like substances only. It will numb. You will become numb. After that, you will no more be able to excite yourself using thought. By the time they are 35, 40, they will just settle in the lower plane and then settle for that lower level of aliveness. They will even stop setting psychological targets.